Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. This is taken at his 4. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. So we got man. Check 26. Topper.
On first down, Stringer. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Protein spill. Now.
From the gun, Stringer. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Here we go, set, 10 Lobo.
I'm scared. Big ass.
Christian Travis. Under 10. Check. Leaf rip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Go!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. Five.
Throwing on first down. Stringer. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Samson Abuka able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Looking to throw. Stringer. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Play clock getting low, so Sean Payton says let's take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Now the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Next to score, Bengals 7, Ravens nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. Shifts by him. He can't get him down. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Alvin Kamara. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Recon, 132 fighter. Watch your hands.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Gonna give this time to the tailback. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 7-7, our score after 1.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. 25, check 25, check 25. 80 weapons. 55. Here we go, D. Here I come, here I come. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check the backer, check the backer. Let's go.
Now they try the right side here. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. Come on. Watch the
To throw again. Jackson on the check down. He finds Kamara. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First and 10 at the 46 yard line.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Fights off the defender. And some room to work. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They run. Chubb. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Kamara. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be taken very short. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, lock it. Hey!
Operating from the gun. Stringer. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Out, 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 out. Jim. Yep. Motion backfield. 5-2, so let's go.
On 3rd down, Stringer. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
3 down.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Ravens send their punter out now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Taking on the midfield logo. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 24. Hey, orbit.
From the gun, Stringer. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Mike 7. Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. I'm on. Mike 27, Mike 22.
Throwing again. Stringer. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And into the red zone now, and Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points so you know that.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. Point after here coming up. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
The score, Bengals 17, Ravens.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better. Mike set.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Hey, Delta. Snap.
On 1st and 10, Stringer. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A final shot before break. Stringer. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 43-yard line.
Go, go, go.
They run it again with Chubb. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They go play action with Jackson. And that will be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the 2nd half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Rush in, rush in, rush
Chopper!
44 for Mike. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Hatchet. Kill.
Yes. Get it.
To throw again. Stringer got his man complete over the middle. That's Murray. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
On the double.
Mike Spoke. Here we go.
Protein spill. Hey, team 6.
Watch that equipment. Safety's creeping.
Greystone travel. Go.
Crunch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Watch the screen.
Hey, Zoo.
52.
Hey.
52. Here we go.
Big grip.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stringer. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Let's go, fellas.
Caught by number 11. A pickup of 2 yards. 1st down, Cincinnati.
52's the
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon as they have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A give to Kamara running right. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Jack, come on. 2-6. 7, go. Mike, 7. Let's go, D.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Pull it high.
Hey, eat. Exit.
5.
To throw on second down. Stringer. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check. I hope you brought your left, because I'm about to take you to school. Hey.
Let's go. Get set. Hey, Sam off.
2.
Operating from the gun. Stringer. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
A run for Nick Chubb. Runs through the contact. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the Bengals' 28-yard line.
And now it's second down, but here's the field goal team out onto the field. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, Kamara. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch. Switch. 22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber.
Again, it's Kamara. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Look at me. Go. Jump. Ready?
Now a handoff looking right. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Recon, 152 fighter. Mike 52. Watch the run. Go. Deuce. Snap.
From the gun, Stringer. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ready.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
It's just me and you draw horses.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 32 on the play.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. Back to throw. Stringer. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 20. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They begin this drive with Chubb. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Get that bullet. Check 4, check 4. Check 50, check 50.
From the gun, Jackson. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Right back to him on 1st down. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Hey, exit. 55. Check 55. Big grip.
Looking to throw. Stringer. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. From 6 yards away, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Bengals grab it.
I'm fairly sure that there's no good time to cough up The football. But this couldn't be much worse, could it?
No.
This situation, this yard line, no chance.
They set it on a T-form. They're already in field goal range here late in the fourth now.
Yeah, warm up the kicker. Just make sure they take care of the ball now. They've got a chance to put this thing away.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Missed tackles may doom this team.
I just had a bad flashback. That's why I'm sitting up here with you right now. You've got to tackle him inbounds. You've got to wrap him up.
General West.
Check 55 to Mike. Let's go. Mike, let's go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
You got time. You got time. You got time right there.
22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
The oar.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
I got you.
They'll look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Jackson now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Now Jackson fighting to stay upright. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because see